Yes. I guess that I think, of course, we shot Thor Ragnarok, and Chris Hemsworth and I had a really great time making that. So as far as the camaraderie goes, and the Hulk, that's probably the closest thing that Hulk's ever had to a friend.
Wouldn't you say the Valkyrie was your good friend too?
Yeah, and then Valkyrie, of course.
That's the girl.
She's his real friend.
Not girlfriend,
but his girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
His friend
Not
that's
the
a girl.
girlfriend.
The girl that's a friend.
Amiga.
The friend that's a girl is also his friend. Right?
Exactly.
He liked her. He likes her a lot more, I think, than he does Thor. But yeah, he loves all the Avengers now. Who he hates the most is Bruce Banner.
That's true. That's the most complex part of the Hulk, is that he's a Jekyll and Hyde character, and there's two personalities inhabiting one body that greatly dislike each other, which can create a problem. I think that's what's most interesting about that character, and I think what Mark plays incredibly well in the films is that conflict between this sort of sweet-natured, mild-mannered scientist and this raging, insane Hulk.
El último reporte del Motion Pictures Association of America publicó que los latinos es la minoría que más va al cine, ¿no? en Estados Unidos. Entonces quizá es una posibilidad. And Mark, I would also like to ask you, why did you call quits on social media?
Te explico. Los planes no te los puedo contar. Pero estamos dedicados a tener que la audiencia que tenemos como cineastas refleje en nuestros personajes. De eso te digo que personalmente estoy dedicada todos los días, 20 horas por día. El tiempo nos va a dar la oportunidad. En español no lo sé, pero si alguien está planeando eso, me lo tienen que comentar a mí. Decirle a la gente de Motion Picture que vengan y me cuente, porque no me lo contó nadie eso, no sabía que eso era parte. Pero constantemente estamos tratando de diversificar, de incluir y de tener el reflejo de lo que es el mundo en nuestros personajes, constantemente.
Character Hulk, and the way of making these awesome movies has provided to your personal life. And also, if you could be Hulk in real life, who would you like to smash?
We know! The Abomination. The big orange abomination. I'm kind of a loner by nature. As an actor, you're coming up, you're struggling. It's very competitive. It's a very lonely experience. Even when you do get a job, you're only on that job for X amount of time, and then you're off again, and you're looking for another job, and it's a very solo journey, and so you learn to be a survivor as a loner. You learn to not have to count on people, or you learn how to have to take care of yourself, and so on and so forth, and that has its own merits. There's good things that come with that, self-determination and learning to fight for yourself and all those things. But it's also lonely. But what I've gotten to experience and I've learned from the Marvel world is family and friendship and continuity and being open to a collaborative experience, and knowing that there's people there that are always with you and always on your side, and it's a second kind of family. And that's been very, now we're 10 years old, and we're all getting old, and maybe or maybe not, some of us might be leaving. And so...
Where are you going? You leaving? You left social media, but where are you going?
I might be leaving. I might be leaving. And so I'm reflecting on what a beautiful journey it's been with these folks. I've seen people get married and divorced. I've seen babies grow up. I've seen people, you know, do amazing accomplishments. Whenever they try to do it on their own, it goes terribly wrong. And they're always constantly forced to have to sublimate their egos and they always have to learn to work together. And they always have to, you know, when you go into Civil War or something, you know, you see what division does and how toxic it can be. And now we're coming out of that. What they're constantly forced to do is work together and find their commonality. And that's based on a goal about what it is to be decent in the world, what a decent world looks like. And somewhere inside of all of them, they have that, no matter how horrible their pasts are, how complicated they are, how tragic they are, unless they're the bad guys, unless they're Thanos, which has absolutely abject sense of decency. That's how the Marvel Universe works, and what we're seeing is the manifestation of that growing. We're growing as a culture.